Hey everybody, Pierre Quinn here, and I teach leaders how to courageously begin the journey to personal and professional transformation. And in this video, I want to talk about the reality that I might not ever go viral. Let's go. Before we jump deeper into the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can be one of the first to know whenever I release new content. Now, this video is a part of the July Creators Challenge, one video a day for the month of July. My video prompt for today is to talk about a quote that really sticks out to me. So here's my quote. You may get to the very top of the ladder and then find it has not been leaning against the right wall. Whew. That's a heavy one when you think about it. So how does this relate to the possibility of never going viral? There are a lot of people in our day and age that we would consider successful. People who are New York Times bestselling authors, people who are social media influencers. They have millions of fans or followers or subscribers, people who have made enormous amounts of money, even individuals that are followed around by the paparazzi. For all intents and purposes, we would list them as having been successful. They have all the things, they have all the trappings, they have access to all of the amenities that so many of us want. But sometimes when you dig a little deeper into the personal lives of many of these individuals, you find that success is only targeted in one area. In the other areas of their life, there's an immense struggle. We see in their lives that they have climbed the ladder of success, but the question that the quote is asking us is to check to see whether or not our ladder is really propped against the right building. There are things I want to do. I wouldn't mind being a New York Times bestselling author. I wouldn't mind having millions of followers or fans or subscribers. I wouldn't mind a 7-figure income. I wouldn't mind being on the top 10 list of best speakers in the world. All of these things would be great to have. But what if I never get there? What if that is not a reality for me? I started asking this question several years ago, and my wife and I would have frequent conversations about it. When I was teaching college courses, the question was, what if I never become a world-renowned professor in the field of communication? When I was working in fundraising and development, the question was, what if I never become one of the top fundraisers in the world? When I pastored churches, the question was, what if I never get the chance to grow or lead a 10,000 plus member church? When I transitioned from pastoral ministry to full-time in my leadership development company, the Cardell Group, the question was and is, what if I never start a multi-million-dollar business? What if I never grace the covers of magazines? And what if people for miles around don't even know my name? And at every stage of life, when I wrestle with that question, my wife would usually respond, you know, you could have all of those things and still not be happy. And we rationalize, well, I at least want the chance to have it to see whether or not I would actually be happy with it. I know. It's a tough conversation to have. But here's the reality. The reality of the situation is that even recording this video, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that this is going to be a launch or a boost. There's no guarantee that people will share. There's no guarantee that this won't get lost in the algorithm. Even amid all of the YouTube strategy, Facebook strategy, Instagram strategy, social media strategy, there is still no guarantee. I'm working on the concept of a new book, and the rough title is Leading on Target. And I'm planning to talk about in this book 4 areas that in order for you to be an effective leader, you need to focus on. The first area is character. The second one is health. The third one is relationships. And the fourth one is purpose. As it relates to character, for leaders who lead on target, there needs to be some growth in the area of their character. Over time and over years, you should see some maturity. As it relates to health, there needs to be some growth and understanding of not just your physical health, but also your mental health, and what are you doing to keep yourself in check and physically and mentally healthy. The third section of the book, at least in my head so far, is talking about relationships. I want to be able to say that my family, my wife and my 2 daughters not only appreciate having me around, but the experience with me as husband and father has been transformative and impactful in their life. And then the fourth section of the book, in my grand brainstorm, has to do with a sense of calling. I believe that my purpose is to help people activate the courage that they need to change their life in some form or fashion, personally, professionally, or even spiritually. And I would love to get to the end of my life and for people to say that I actually lived out my calling. As it connects to character, as it connects to health, as it connects to relationships, and as it connects to calling and purpose, if I never go viral, if I never become verified, if I never become world renowned, if I never end up being rich and famous, I still have the opportunity to live on target. And if I could live on target and climb the ladder of success in the areas that I define that really matter the most, then the journey will be worth the climb, even if no one ever knows my name.